When you play the Game of Thrones, you
Subscribe and like.
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Alright, hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Grease Goblins YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a really special one. This is going to be the 1 year anniversary of the channel. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be 1 year as I post this, but I just want to give you guys a massive shout out for the support throughout the year. This video, we're going to kind of look back at some of the older videos, some of my favorite videos, some of your guys' favorite videos, and just seeing how everything happened, you know, where this year's taken me as a person, and all that. So I hope you guys are excited for the video. I have a couple videos that I want to look at that I think are going to be interesting to look at because my opinions have very much changed on them. And there's some I just want to revisit I think are some of my better videos, and just talking about that and also talking about how the channel has grown in that time frame. So starting out, I want to say, right, this channel was not originally started for Song of Ice and Fire content or Lord of the Rings content or anything like that. If we look at where the actual channel started, we have to go back all the way back to the very beginning. So as we go back, you'll see the first video on the channel has nothing to do with the content I post now, right? If you can see in this kind of little like screen here, this is actually not even me in the video. I'm not in the first video on the channel. I'm very loosely in it for about a couple seconds, just in the background. This is recorded at my house. And then you'll see a lot of the other videos. Again, it was kind of 50-50, right? Where I'd have a video I talk about some certain topic. This video right here was a trial video, and it became the most popular video on the channel. This video here was something that I always wanted to do. I had another channel in the first probably month of the channel being something, and it was something that never did well on that channel because it was a gaming. But if we look at this, right, it was the first video I ever done on A Song of Ice and Fire. So right off the bat, as we look at this video, I'll put it on full screen. You can tell I don't have a background yet for it, right? I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do this channel. Very blurry image. I'm using the same mic in this video, but this was kind of the first one. It's the most popular video on the channel. You guys can also tell I'm a bit heavier in this video. If you just look. At this point, so this was about August, I was probably about 190 pounds at this point. I'm about 160 right now. So in that time period, I'm a bit leaner. Hopefully you guys can see that. But this early video was very, how would I put it? It was unscripted as hell, where I was all over the place. Like the Winds of Winter predictions, like it says in the title, was really me focusing on the north, and I talk about, I think, the back half, right? I talk about right here. I talk about who wrote the Pink Letter.
It's kind of something where 10 years, let's say the books
Something-
came out 2 years.
Something I'll also notice here is at this time, I also had 2 monitors. So when you see me looking over to the right, that's me actually checking my OBS and all those things. And my camera was on my other monitor that I had my Xbox on. So one thing you'll notice a lot from these earlier videos is that a lot of the times I'm not really looking like straight on at the camera, because a lot of the times I'm checking like audio and making sure everything's good on the right. Which is something I eventually kind of get rid of and figure out. But it is something, and also I can definitely tell just like
After each other, this probably wouldn't be a big deal. But I think it probably was something that we've all
just one, listening to it, and then 2, looking at where I'm looking at a lot of the times in my speech. And this is something that a lot of people gave me a lot of feedback on, especially in the early videos, is I tended to say like a lot, and I still kind of struggle with that a little bit, but I definitely did a lot more back in these videos. And the other thing I want to talk about is I almost feel like on a lot of these early videos, I don't feel comfortable being around the camera, which I definitely was, but I think I've become a lot more comfortable because I'm doing a lot more of these videos now where it's me talking to you guys. It's not like I'm not doing something else, because up to this point, right, I had only done gaming content. So a lot of the times it wasn't just me talking to the audience. It was a lot of times where I was focusing on the game while also trying to provide commentary, but it didn't really focus on eye contact with you guys through the camera or whatnot. So that was kind of the first video. This video really didn't take off for a while. I think it didn't really take off because I think we used to do about 1 upload a week, maybe 2. As the Song of Ice and Fire content picked up, I started to do it more and more. I started doing it like around this time. We started getting around 50 subscribers. I started doing it more and more. And something you'll notice in a lot of these earlier videos is very little editing, which something I still don't do a whole lot of. I don't do a ton of editing, but again, still not really a ton going on here. And then as you'll kind of move into, I did my first live stream. So this is the first live stream. Something I love about this live stream is that I genuinely think this was a good live stream that has 300 views on it. When this live stream came out, I think it had maybe 5 views. An entire 30 minutes of me streaming had maybe 5 views. That stream was, I think, a really good stream. I went in detail about Robert's Rebellion and kind of the relationship between a lot of the Baratheon brothers, so Renly, Robert, and Stannis. So that was a good video. I think this is a video I always reference on the channel, who are Jon Snow's parents. It actually blows my mind the way I look. I always say this because I used to be a lot heavier, but just the way I look and stuff. But at this point, right, the channel had been slowly growing. I think the channel takes off, I think, around this time. Around the time where I start doing videos on and figuring out what like content usually did better on my channel, which was usually Winds of Winter predictions, usually character videos. This video did, I remember vividly, this video did really good, and I was happy because it was a video that took a lot of time to do. I'm trying to figure out what video had the first intro in it. So this one, this was the original intro for you guys that are newer. This intro was the original. Subscribe and like.
Or you die.
So more or less, it was the same like audio because people always liked the intro, so I always kept it. But the overall like opening like little scene, I guess, changed a bit because I wanted to look a little bit better. This was a fun video to do. So this is another phase of the channel, right? So another phase of the channel comes when I started dabbling with doing gaming stuff. Right, and you'll see it in these videos. Now, this is where I think the channel had a little bit of a relapse. You guys definitely didn't like the gaming stuff. I tried giving you guys background content while talking, and it really hurt a lot of videos. A lot of these videos really got hurt because I was doing that. You guys did not like it, and you can kind of see it varies for a while, right? Where like it just kind of varies, but eventually I kind of went full on, and I don't really. Right here, the future of the channel video, this is kind of where I fixed it and I stopped doing that, and the channel kind of took off again, view-wise and stuff. So I'll always say that was something I was doing a learning kind of process. Moving on, this is by far one of my favorite videos on the channel that I ever did. It was a Grand Maester conspiracy, and this is my first attempt of really doing a big research-heavy video/series. And I really liked the video. I really liked the content I did. It's about a 20-minute video. Now, I have really had some thoughts about remaking this series because, for one, a lot of it is not entertaining to watch. I'm not on screen for the most part. It's a lot of just kind of images, and then I kind of talk over it. So the video is kind of talking about how the Maesters kind of took down the dragons or helped, and they kind of range in parts. So this first part is talking a lot about how Viserys becomes king and Jaehaerys dying, and kind of how the succession was very sketchy. And then it kind of moves into the second half, which is kind of more, I'm talking about like a smear campaign that's kind of run on both Daemon Targaryen and Rhaenyra, and that's kind of what this video is about. So another thing I will talk about is at this point, around this time, that was about Thanksgiving. When I started the Maester Conspiracy series, let me go back down. It was around Thanksgiving. This thumbnail was during Thanksgiving. I took that. So a big point of my life was around this area. I got right in this time frame, this kind of 7-month area in this area here. I ended up getting my first girlfriend, so that was, you know, a really big part of this kind of time period. And I do notice I stopped focusing as much on content. I didn't put as much effort into it, and it definitely kind of hurt the channel, in my opinion. Um, as you can see, guys, I'm still doing the thing. I still know, but eventually the channel, I think this is really where the channel started doing well. Right into March. I think March was about when it started doing well. And this is also the month where me and my girlfriend broke up, and you guys were amazing with sport and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a tough like month or whatever. But moving on, you have a Song of Ice and Fire Q&A subscriber special. This is for 500. This was a really fun video to do because you guys had a lot of interesting questions. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do another Q&A, just, you know, random Q&A. You guys, I think our streams that we do are almost Q&As, just with kind of the other stuff in the background. But for instance, right, so I would put the comment up on here if you guys, you know, were there. Also, at this point, I started to gain weight back. I went down to like 175, I think, around Thanksgiving. It was like right before me and my girlfriend got together. And then at this point, I was a bit heavier again. You probably see it. But at this point, right, so we just, somebody asked a question, I would answer it, and yeah, we'd go. This is a really fun video to do, though. It really was, in my opinion. I really liked doing this style of video. And you kind of had a couple of things here, and then you know, just grinding away. We tried to do a Pokemon series in here. It didn't go well, but I want to say here at the end of the video, right? This channel, when it started, was never supposed to do this well. If you guys believe when we and my friend Luke started the channel, that this channel in a year would have 200,000 views, 1.35 thousand subscribers in that year, I probably wouldn't have believed you. My goal for this channel in a year was to be at least kind of in the range of 1,000 subscribers. I will tell you right now, I never thought we'd have 200,000 views in a year. I think we have over 20,000 time hours. I know it's like double what the requirement is for affiliate or whatever it is on YouTube, partner program, whatever. But yeah, but trying to get back kind of on topic. Last week, I would say the last 2 weeks kind of been weird for me. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what you guys want me to kind of upload. Been trying a new series, so I would definitely check this out. By the time this video comes out, I think I did Aria last week, and then this week is probably going to be Caitlyn. But yeah, I'm excited to get into the rest of the year and getting into House of the Dragon, the Rings of Power. I'm going to be doing I think I did a Rings of Power video last week, so check that out on my impressions on that. But overall, we should have a ton of content coming out, you know, for you guys the rest of the year. Really excited to continue on with this community and with you guys because I genuinely kind of love doing this content. Another side note, this also used to be a lot different. I don't know if I have an image anywhere of what it used to look like, but it used to look a lot different. So, again, thank you guys all for the support that you guys always have given me throughout this year. It's been a really weird year. It's been a year where there's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows in my life. So I'm just trying to continue on. Pretty happy with where I am as a person, where the channel is at. Again, of course, I wanted to keep growing and building up the community as always, just so you guys give me a reason so I can keep doing this. I really love doing it, but that is the end of the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this little 1-year retrospective of the channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.